people started mass reporting his account on Twitter, or he just suspended his account, which I don't blame him. People are saying like, oh, he needs to stand up and he needs to stand behind what he said, and he doesn't need to do any of that. Like, I don't blame him for ghosting and taking his stuff down like this. I wouldn't do it personally. I mean, you guys have seen me. If you watch the channel, you see me get attacked in the comments. I stand in it. I don't care, like, at the end of the day. But I can understand why that would frustrate some other people. Me, I'm living for it, especially if you got good arguments. I like good arguments. I only get frustrated when people miss the point. I don't blame him for doing this. Then you got people, would have been easier for him to just acknowledge he was wrong about the entire point of the song. He misunderstood. And at the time of the interview, he didn't understand. But deactivating is also a choice, I guess. Okay, he's being sassy. So I understand there's some things that What's the Dirt said about the song. Or I'll try to pull those up. And then this guy says, I didn't see anything malicious. I just saw people correcting him and giving perspective. I don't think that's true. I think sure there were people correcting him and giving perspective, but just from me and my experience with these people, I'm calling you these people, even before there's beef, it's unbearable, bro. The lengths that this toxic underbelly of Kendrick Lamar's fan base will go to try to discredit what you're saying. It's like when I was speaking about earlier, when I'm like, yo, it's kind of weird. It's been 4 or 5 years and nobody on TDE is dropping. I think something weird is going on at TDE. Well, no, you're a popcorn era. You expect music, social media. Now, if it actually comes out years later that something was actually going wrong at TDE, then they're going to flip. Well, fuck TDE and all this. It's like, but also I think for What's the Dirt, it'll be easier to take some of this stuff, like to take the, I guess, pile on, because that's what people do. They start piling on you. When you just realize that majority of the people are like 13, 14 years old. Like these are like teenagers, on the internet, which is cool. But like these people was like born in 2010. How the fuck are you born in 2010? That's crazy. You wasn't even there when Kendrick started, when he started getting popular. Being born in 2010 is crazy. He tweeted out misinterpreting Kendrick lyrics and got called out for it. If you want to deactivate your account over that, I have no sympathy for you. It's not like people wanted him dead or doxing him. You don't know what people were saying to him, but actually. And yeah, like I said earlier, when people do breakdown videos, bro, we're not gonna get everything correct. I don't know if you know that. We're not gonna get everything correct. Even on What's the Dirt 616 in LA breakdown, I said I think it's a reach that y'all are saying that Kendrick is rapping from Drake's perspective. And I'm happy to be wrong about that. I'm happy to be proven wrong by Kendrick, not by you niggas. But I'm happy to be proven wrong by it, right? But when you have Kendrick and everyone's assigning all this random stuff and all these references you weren't even thinking of, I'll just lean into it like, oh yeah, I said that. Oh yeah, I meant that too. And yeah, I was referencing the Soviet Union right there, sure. But I feel like there was parts he was reaching. But I also understand, like, just because, or like the part where he goes, when Kendrick goes, you got shit twisted. What is it, the braids?
You got shit twisted. What is it, the braids?
Well, this is the breakdown. Well, he referenced the braids because in the African-American struggle and Pan-Africanism, the braids are a symbol of hope. No, he was just telling a joke. Kendrick was just being funny. You got me twisted. What is it, the braids? It has fucking nothing to do with Stokely Carmichael and Martin Luther King and all this other shit. So I say this to say, even in What's the Dirt 616 in the LA breakdown, there are parts where I thought he was reaching. But that doesn't invalidate the rest of his video where he made great points. And then you got some people, this toxic underbelly, they can't take it. They don't understand that, as a YouTuber, you're gonna have your own perspective. And yeah, when you're breaking down lyrics, you're not going to get everything right. I do so many first listen reactions. I don't catch every bar, or I hear a bar and there was on the Stove God Cooks Reasonable Drought reaction. I thought Stove God said end zone, but he said end zone. They corrected me in the comments. I'm like, good looking out, because I didn't hear that correctly. Who cares? Stand on your square. I don't want this victim shit to be the new narrative. If you can't handle replies, maybe this ain't for you. But you ought to also realize that these are people behind these accounts, bro. Like, just because he has, What's the Dirt, he has good quality on his videos and he seems very articulate does not mean that he doesn't read his comments, doesn't mean it doesn't get annoying. So keep that in mind also. Yeah, honestly, I like What's the Dirt. I don't see why they came at him so hard. Pause. Yeah, pause. Nice pause. Kendrick is a human being capable of mistakes. And misinterpreted or not, he's subject to scrutiny like the rest of these celebrities. People need to relax. There you go. A nice level-headed response. Or there's a Kendrick bar in Euphoria where he says,
Nigga feeling like Joel Osteen. Funny, he was in a film called AI.
am I battling Ghost or AI? I'm feeling like Joel Osteen. He was in a film called AI. My sixth sense telling me to off him. The actor's name is actually Haley Joel Osment. Joel Osteen is like a preacher or something. That's the mistake that Kendrick made. But then you point this out, people are like, no, well, he was saying Austin because when Drake was a teen, he goes after teens. So he said teen. Like, bro, he also could have just got the names mixed up. You ever thought about that? We got one of the tweets that I guess has been deleted by What's the Dirt, or I guess this is supposed to be Kendrick. I swear, baby, I only fuck those white chicks because I'm racist. I did it for my ancestors. It was all for the culture. Don't you understand? I did it for us. LOL. Like, come on, man. I talk about this in the breakdown because it really supports Drake's Black Messiah line. Now, I don't know what What's the Dirt's referencing here, but and I don't necessarily agree that I've never heard Kendrick say anything like this, but I am open to hearing What's the Dirt's explanation. I'm not just going to hear this tweet and be like, and see this tweet and be like, well, and just explode over it, pause. But I'm open to hearing what he has to say. But I mean, even if you don't agree with this, which I've already said my thoughts on the Drake Black Messiah line. Kendrick has never put himself out there as a Black Messiah. Kendrick has like maybe 4 songs about uplifting Black people. Maybe 4. Black of the Berry, All Right, and I'm sure you could pull some more probably from To Pimp a Butterfly. I don't know where the Black Messiah thing comes from, because Kendrick doesn't even make that type of music. He has like 1 or 2. I guess you could say I Love Myself. That's a uplifting Black people song, but you could probably pull 4, maybe 5 songs where Kendrick has about uplifting Black people. So I think this whole line right here is garbage. And I said that back when Drake did it. And I'll be happy to react to What's the Dirt's video when he eventually drops it. But I'm open to hearing his explanation. Like, I'm just not going to explode over the fact that how dare he say something like this and like all that. And I say this, even if you think What's the Dirt is reaching here, like he's misinterpreting or he's reaching, like Kendrick didn't say that you're reaching. Y'all couldn't accept when people were saying that he was reaching on his 616 in LA. So he's capable of, this is once the same dude making these videos. He's not capable of reaching when it's a Kendrick song, but he's reaching all over the place when it's a Drake song, and you hadn't even heard his explanation for the Drake song. I'm a fan of the music. That's what I will say I'm a fan of. I barely call myself a fan because fan is short for fanatic. I'm not fanatic about any of these guys. I don't know them. Don't want to know them either. Been listening to Kendrick music since 2009. Don't want to know him. Don't want to meet him. Not really curious about it. But I think the issue is today we have people who aren't really fans of the music. They're fans of the artist. And they're looking at the artist like they are like role models or something. Really, it feels like you have a bunch of people that have crushes on these artists. So they defend the artist no matter what. No matter if I'm making a valid point about how my brain is rotted because of social media, I'm thinking artists are supposed to drop every year. Back in the day, they didn't do that. So even if I come to you with clear evidence, like, no, back in the day, they dropped like once every 1 or 2 years. And, it took longer to make records. Records had way more life. You had a whole rollout, the single, the second single, the third single. The album would live and continue to be rolled out for like 8-9 months. And they would still come with a new album like every 12, 24, 36 months, something like that. So even if I come with a point like that, where I've proved to what you're saying is not true, these toxic underbelly, they will stay on it. They'll find another reason. Well, you just said that because you got Drake balls in your mouth and this. Again, these are people who are fans of the people. And they don't know these people. They're not really fans of music. So they're going to defend the people. And it's like this on Drake's side too, but we talking about Kendrick. They're going to defend the people. So I think it's like man crushes though, I think they got man crushes on these artists. So anyway, that's what I got to say. What's the dirt? Hopefully, I'm sure he'll come back. I don't think he's just going to abandon his YouTube channel. Twitter is not really necessary. You don't really need Twitter, especially if your YouTube is popping already. You don't need Twitter. Yeah, I can't wait to watch that Family Matters breakdown. This is great promotion for the Drake Family Matters. I know What's a Dirt might be a little bit distraught over this or annoyed by it, because I know I would be annoyed. I don't know if I would suspend my accounts on social media or go ghost over it, but I would definitely be like annoyed. But this is great promotion for the video. So when the video drops, like, yo, people are gonna be all over it already. Whether they're hate commenting, he's gonna get a bunch of dislikes, but who cares? Do dislikes even affect your YouTube? Do dislikes affect you at all on YouTube? Like, does it take you out the algorithm, or does it help you in the algorithm because people are engaging? He'll probably lose some followers. He'll lose some subscribers, which is fine. I mean, in the past month, 2 months, he's probably got like 300,000 subscribers. You shake out the toxic underbelly, shake it out, and then let the others remain. So, shout out to What's the Dirt, and yeah, that's all I got for today. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Top 5 Rap, website.com. Peace.